Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you how you can quickly and easily knit these super cute baby socks. You need a needle game in size 3.5 and the corresponding yarn. I use the Superflex color yarn from Starkwolle, which is particularly elastic, something I really appreciate for baby socks since they grow quickly. You start your work by casting on a total of 40 stitches. So I'm stretching my socks now for about a year. If you need it bigger or smaller, I'll link it for you. We cast on 40 stitches for that, which means I'll take the tip, 2 needles, and then it will be a bit looser. You take the thread, insert it at the back, pull it to the front, go through here, grab the thread at the back, and you have the first 2 out of 40 stitches. Then back in here, pull the thread from the back, the third stitch and 4, and so on until you have 40 stitches. You should now have 40 stitches on the needle. Now you pull out one needle and alternately knit a right and a left stitch, moving the remaining yarn to the other side, with which I knit the false yarn, always a right stitch. It goes like this. You insert the needle at the front, grab the yarn from the back, pull the yarn out at the front, and take the stitch off the needle. Now to the left, take the needle in front of the needle, pierce it, pull the thread again, through the loop and out. Once again a knit stitch, the yarn is behind the needle, pull it through and a purl stitch, the yarn is in front of the needle, pull the stitch and go out, again knit and purl, knit and purl. Then we have 2, 4, 6, 8, one more right and one left, and then we have our first 10 stitches. Then we have the next needle. We are now distributing our stitches onto 4 needles, which means 10 stitches on each needle. For beginners, here's a little tip to make it easier to knit in rounds afterwards. You can include the first 2 stitches of the first needle with the 4, which means you'll knit 1 knit stitch and 1 purl stitch again. Then you have this transition right here. Knit it again alternately, right and left stitches. Here's another little tip, the left stitches. Of course, I'll give you my other color, as it's easier to see that way. Here we have a right stitch. You can see that it goes smoothly into the other stitch here and the purl stitches. There's always like a lump here on the right. Then you see this bump here, that's a left stitch that doesn't get tangled. At the beginning, it's always a bit like that. Careful not to twist it, especially when knitting such small socks, but after the first 2 or 3 rows, it gets significantly easier. When working on the edge, always be careful when moving from one needle to the next to make the first stitch nice and tight, so that later on You can't see where the different needles were changed and started.
As you can see, the pattern is quite simple. You will now alternate between knitting right and left stitches. You can do that quite relaxed on the couch, because it's really always the same now. I will show it to you all finished shortly. This is this single ribbed cuff, very elastic, and I'm knitting in my shaft now 9.5 centimeters because I find it really cute when you just turn it inside out at the top. Of course, it's up to you how you want to do it. It will look like this. As I said, you will now knit 9.5 centimeters alternating between knit and purl stitches, and then I will show you how to continue with the heel.